All right, and we back. Gonna talk a little bit about hockey. I know I didn't think I was gonna do any more of these. Still don't. I didn't plan on doing this one, but things change. Weirdly enough, the Luka trade is kind of what inspired me to make this video. The Luka trade, if you haven't seen it, the Luka Doncic trade, one of the most incredible trades in pro sports history, one of the most shocking trades in pro sports history. And it got me thinking, I wonder what the hockey equivalent would be, or like what other sports equivalents would be. And football and basketball, or excuse me, football and baseball were easier for me, but hockey, there seemed to be a litany of possibilities. Before we do talk about that, I want to talk about the Four Nations face-off. It's new. If you haven't heard about it, it's between the United States, Sweden, Canada, and Finland. And the masks that have been dropping, I'm looking at them now, between the goalie masks and all the stuff. It's incredible. Jake Ettinger's mask for the Four Nations face-off has an otter, just has the Statue of Liberty. Connor Hellebuyck's has it's airbrushed. It has like a bald eagle on the back. It has a picture of him on the left side. I mean, it's awesome. He also has the pads that kind of go here as well on the shoulders since he's a goalie, and that is just awesome. But I also want to talk about a mask like Linus Ullmark. He's going to wear for Team Sweden. It's got Odin's horse Sleipnir, and then Jorgmunder, the sea serpent. I mean, it is awesome. Literally, this Four Nations face-off I've been seeing it a lot. I didn't really know about it until I was recording an NHL video, and it was getting plugged left, right, and center. But it's a really cool thing. I like how they're adding additional things to hockey, like these little in-season tournaments. Kevin Lankinen's mask for Team Finland, it's sick as well. I don't actually know what's on it. It looks like some sort of king. It's obviously it's Finnish themed. It has the colors of the Finnish flag in white, blue, and yellow. I mean, it's just awesome. Hussein Saros has like a lion on the back of it, and it's got two lion crests on each side, the Suomi logo. I mean, it's awesome, right? Like, I know we're here to talk about the trade, not necessarily the trade deadline, but like a Luka-style trade. But at the end of the day, like, the Four Nations face-off is cool. I can't really, if you're not a big hockey guy, use this as your chance to support your country and watch hockey as well. But so again, talk about trades. We're gonna start off with the big one. To me, if somehow Connor McDavid was traded, like to like the Rangers, the Maple Leafs, or we'll throw the Blackhawks in there just because I feel like that would be an incredible trade. There's not really a good trade for Luka, but Connor McDavid is one of them. But Connor McDavid is like unanimously the best player in hockey. Luka isn't. Luka's a top 5 guy, top 4 maybe, whatever. Depending on how you want to do it. If you really want to play this game, maybe he's down to 9 or something. I don't whatever. I think he's 4th. But like McDavid is the 1-1 to me. But I mean, he's a star in his prime who just fell short of a ring. Obviously, they went to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals last year. McDavid wants to win above all else. If you've seen any clips of Connor McDavid, you know that's what he wants. He's going to make probably $20 million AAV soon, which is fucking insane because it's like 20% of the salary cap. And even so, it doesn't seem like Connor McDavid is unhappy in Edmonton. It doesn't seem like he's going to walk anywhere. Exactly how Luka was. And a trade to a big market like a Toronto, like a New York, like a Chicago would be very much fitting of this, exactly what happened to Luka where he got traded to, there's something in my eye, to a big market in LA. And it's not like there's like a precedent for this trade. I mean, obviously when Wayne Gretzky got traded, it was, I think it was a handful of firsts, a handful of prospects, and win now guys as well. And that's probably what it would take from any of these teams. But that's, to me, obviously I don't anticipate Connor McDavid getting traded, but we didn't anticipate Luka getting traded. This next one, again, if there was anything that isn't going to happen, it's this one. Sidney Crosby, if he got traded somewhere to like the Avalanche. But again, this one's not going to happen, right? But I know it's talked about a lot. Obviously, Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon are great friends. The Penguins are on the decline, and they've shown willingness to sell. In McKinnon's right-hand man, Rantanen, it was traded along with his $9.5 million cap hit. Who makes just less than that? Sidney Crosby and his 8.7. But Crosby wants to retire a Penguin. He's already one of the most accomplished and decorated hockey players, let alone Penguins, ever. But, maybe he has a change of heart, and obviously things change quickly, and maybe he wants to try to win another Stanley Cup. Or management could trade him anyways and say, fuck it. And obviously, I think this would be more, I think he would just be more of a shock considering Sidney Crosby and his career with the Penguins. It'd be more of like if the Mavericks traded Dirk. I don't know why. I kind of messed that up, but whatever. Next up, I think it'd be crazy if Quinn Hughes got traded to the Devils. If you're unfamiliar with Quinn Hughes, imagine if Luka Doncic had 2 brothers and they played on the same team. That's pretty much what the Hughes brothers are. Quinn Hughes is 25 in his prime like Luka. He's the best player on the Canucks. But Vancouver has made it very clear that everybody on the team is available for trade except Quinn Hughes. But this would be earth-shattering if they traded Quinn Hughes, especially to the Devils to play with his 2 brothers. There was a trade, the JT Miller situation, that was very, very Jimmy Butler-ish, right? We knew it was coming. But Luka was out of left field and very disappointing for the fans, and that's exactly what happened if Quinn Hughes got traded, especially, again, to the Devils. Next one I want to talk about is Auston Matthews, especially if he got traded to somewhere like the Canadiens in Montreal. There was a huge rivalry between the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens, and dealing him to a rival would be damn near heresy. We have a playoff team, perennial, they make it every year, struggling to get the job done, setting their centerpiece to an in-conference rival who is on the playoff bubble. It's very similar to like what the Mavs and Lakers did. However, the Leafs did make Auston Matthews their captain this year, putting a vote of confidence in him. It seems like they believe that he can be the guy to lead them to a cup run. But we'll see how far they go, and he is due for a gigantic payday. I don't think he makes 20 AAV, but 15 to 18, which is still 15% of the salary cap for one player, which is crazy. And the Leafs have made serious moves. If they manage to bow out early, again, like they've continued to do, they might blow it all up from the center in. And finally, the last one, a guy I saw last year play in person outside of Connor McDavid, the Stars and Jason Robertson. This one's kind of, I kind of wanted to see if I could make a trade or like bring up a trade that was in Dallas as well. And obviously the Cowboys and Jerry Jones and their shortcomings, Nico Harrison trading Luka Doncic. And I think it would be horribly ironic if, hockey in Dallas, I went to a playoff game and it was great. It was good. It was a great atmosphere. But I think it's very obvious, hockey in Dallas, it doesn't necessarily seem like a good fit. And I'm not saying that they were on a great team. They're a great team. They made it to the Western Conference Finals for a reason. However, I think it's interesting, just the dichotomy between Dallas and hockey. And I think there's a lot of people that don't pay attention to it. They're football guys, and they're baseball guys, and they're basketball guys. And I think now you might see more people kind of shift toward the Dallas Stars just because they're contending. The Dallas Stars are contending. But how funny would it be if they traded Jason Robertson? He's a 25-year-old star, same age as Luka. And I mean, listen, the team isn't doing as well defensively. Obviously, the loss of Mir Heiskanen. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And the Mavs just said defense wins champion, so maybe they trade him for, a high-level defenseman, some pieces. I don't know. But again, I don't think they'll do this. Obviously, I think if you've seen, I think teams in Dallas are going to be afraid to make moves in general for a while after seeing what happened with the Mavs. But that's it. Just wanted to put together a fun little hockey video. Hockey has been awesome. The Four Nations face-off is going to be incredible coming up here in a couple weeks. And yeah, if you guys want to see me do any type of video, make sure to comment down below. If you have any thoughts about what I did, tell me down below in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And the YouTube thinks you're going to like this video. Find out if they're right.